So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire.
It's always on my brain. It's all I'm ever thinking about. I'm obsessed with it. So I just don't think that there's anyone that's going to be hungrier than me.
My legacy in grappling is someone that has the respect to push and, be tough and never give up.
I'm coming for anything to get it. As soon as you use leg lock, arm bar, choke, I see it, I'm taking it.
If I want to go fight and make money, then it's got to be exciting. That's just the way it has to be.
Take the person down, mount them as fast as possible. If that doesn't work, take them down, pass them well.
He seems like quite the gamer. He has a very successful MMA background, so I have a lot of respect for him in that regard. And I'm sure he's going to bring the fire and bring the game, and so am I. So I'm looking forward to a great scrap.
What's up, Jake? Hope you're training hard. I know I am. I'm going to submit you, bro.
I like where your head's at. I appreciate your experience. I guess I'll see you later.
CSR Nation, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in show for CSR Fight Night Massachusetts, West versus Krikori. For the first time ever, CSR is live on pay-per-view as New Hampshire standout Alex West faces off with San Diego's Keith Krikori. Also on deck, we see the nation's top cruiserweights battle it out in a 16-man tournament with $5,000 on the line. In the featured match of the night, Red Hawk Academy's Ryan Elderico squares off with Jake the Gorilla Pillow. CSR would like to thank our sponsors, Onnit, Hayabusa, Black Rifle Coffee Company, TriFecta Meals, and the UFC store. We hope to see you all once again tomorrow night for the live action at the Envision Hotel in Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at the Combat Sports Report Invitational Weigh-ins. Tomorrow night we have a special night, a great card, featuring an amazing preliminary card, a 16-man bracket followed by a amazing main card. We have a lot of grapplers from all over the country here in Mansfield, Massachusetts, ready to go tomorrow night. This is one of the best places you can compete in New England. This is an amazing organization, an amazing event going on here in Mansfield, Massachusetts tomorrow night. First and foremost, one of the most important things we want to do here is make sure our athletes are safe, the rules are being followed, and things like that. So before I introduce our referee, I'd like to, when we do the press conference, fighters will enter on this side of the stage, come across, weigh in here. We have the face-off boxes right over here, and then they'll answer a couple questions from me, probably about one each, and exit this side of the stage. And without further ado, I'd like to welcome our referee, Mr. Eric Johnson, for a quick rules meeting.
What's up, guys? Most of you guys know who I am already. I've repped probably 80% of the people in this room right now. So tomorrow, the event, all submissions are going to be legal except for the E-match. We're going to do everything except legs, so no leg locks and then short and a gi match. But for the other no gi matches, everything's illegal except slams, striking, or grabbing onto the material for the gi, the shorts and stuff like that. The biggest things, 7 minutes is a long time, guys. And after 7 minutes, if there is no submission, it goes to my decision. Now, everybody that's grappled before knows that when it goes to ref decision, somebody's always not happy. So let's do the good thing and not let me pick or make me put in that position after to pick the winner. But what we're looking for, if it does come down to that, is submission attempts, meaning an actual submission attempt. So if your opponent has to change the position or actually fight out of the sub, that's going to be looking at a submission attempt, not spamming guillotines or spamming arm bars, stuff like that, Naga, like, you know, to give you like a point. I'm looking for actual legitimate submission attempts where the opponent has to get out of the attempt. If that is a tie, we're looking for dominance in position. Meaning if you're on top for 4.5 minutes, you're working, chances are you're going to win that match. Okay, so we're looking for additional dominance. When it comes to takedown attempts, if I'm driving for a double, my opponent's knees never hit the mat, or I don't really ever control them when they're down, like that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for control. So when you're taking somebody down, I'm looking for at least 2 seconds, preferably 3, or to be considered an actual takedown attempt, stuff like that. That should be it as far as we're looking for the ref decision. I am the only person making the decision, so please do not look at anybody else and don't argue with me later on about the decision. It is what it is. I've done every event you can think of except who's number one. So trust me, I've done it all. I've seen it all. I'm gonna be right on top of the match. And if you haven't seen it before, I'm the person that's literally right on top of the match. So I'm looking at absolutely everything for the entire 7 minutes. Before I go anywhere else, are there any questions from any of the athletes about rules or what we're looking for a decision if it goes down to that? No questions, everybody here? All right, well, if there's no questions for me. If you have questions after the fact, you can come see me on the side. I'll be here during the whole weigh-ins, and I'm sure we'll go over it again before tomorrow. If any last-minute questions come up, that's it for me, guys. So I will see you all tonight, and then again tomorrow.
Thank you, Eric. In just a few minutes, we're going to get these fighters ready to go here on the side of the stage. We're going to weigh them in, face them off, ask them a couple questions. We're going to meet these athletes overall, once and for all, tonight, and then again tomorrow night, of course. With that being said, just a few minutes, we'll get these athletes ready to rock. We'll get them on the scales. Good to go now. All right, so we're going to start off with our first matchup of tomorrow night. We're going to start with a match being contested at 150.9 pounds. I apologize. Match number 1 consists of Lucas Revinskis versus Lucas Amorum. First up to the stage, Lucas Amorum. First up to the stage, Lucas Revinskis. £148.4 for Lucas Revinskis. Next up to the stage, Lucas Amorum. Not here yet. We're going to stand off right over here. Revinskis, his opponent has not made it here yet, so face off, grab a quick picture, and we may get his opponent here in a little bit. Match number 2 at 170.9 pounds, Gavin O'Connell versus Andrew Sacco. First up to the scale, Andrew Sachko. Once again, this match being contested at 170.9 pounds. First up to the scale, Andrew Sachko. £168.2 for Andrew Sachko. Next up to the scale, his opponent, Gavin O'Connell. £168.2 for Gavin O'Connell. This matchup is official. Right over here, face off for me, please. Beautiful. Tomorrow night, Andrew Sachko versus Gavin O'Connell. Match number 3 being contested at 165.9 pounds. Consists of Elijah Carsons versus Taj Amir. First up to the scale, Taj Amir. This matchup once again being contested at 165.9 pounds. Coming in a little light here, 149.6 pounds for Taj Amir. Next up to the scale, Elijah Carsons. £166.4 for Elijah Carsons. We have another official match tomorrow night. Taj Amir versus Elijah Carsons tomorrow night, the third match of the evening. Bout number 4. I believe we only have one half of this bout here right now. I could be mistaken. Jacob Tremblay versus Jose Costa being contested 170.9 pounds tomorrow night. Match number 4. Please welcome Jose Costa to the scales. Once again, the match is being contested at 170.9 pounds tomorrow night. An official weight of 167.8 pounds. Only one half here. Still like to get him here on the side of the weigh-in stage. Tomorrow night, Jacob Tremblay versus Jose Costa. Match number 5 tomorrow night, Vivian Morcelli versus Kimberly Resigno, being contested at 125.9 pounds. First up to the scale, Vivian Morcelli. £123.8 for Vivian Morcelli. Next up to the scale, her opponent, Kimberly Resigno. £119 even for Kimberly Resigno. Tomorrow night, your 5th match of the evening, Vivian Morcelli versus Kimberly Resigno, being contested at 125.9 pounds tomorrow night. Your 6th match tomorrow night, Matt Ferriolo versus John Semenuk. Matt Ferriolo versus John Semenuk being contested tomorrow night at 175.9 pounds. First up to the scales, John Semenuk. £174.2 for John Semenuk. His opponent, Matt Ferriolo, sorry about that. Matt Ferriolo jumping on the scale here in just a second, waiting for it to reset for him. £168.8 for Matt Ferriolo. Matt Ferriolo versus John Semenuk tomorrow night, your 6th match of the evening at 175.9 pounds. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Your 7th match of the evening tomorrow night, Tyler McKnight versus Victor Andrade. This fight at 170.9 pounds. First up to the scale, Victor Andrade. Ooh. Tyler McKnight, we'll take you first. Come on up. Tyler McKnight coming to the scales right now. This match at 170.9 pounds. Official weight for McKnight, 167.4 pounds. And his opponent, Victor Andrade, Official weight for Victor Andrade, 167.6 pounds. Another official matchup tomorrow night, your 7th match of the evening, being contested at 170.9 pounds. Tyler McKnight versus Victor Andrade. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Your 8th match of the evening, Pujan Gozalic versus Liko Rines. This matchup tomorrow night being contested at 160.9 pounds. First up to the scale, Liko Rines. Once again, this matchup being contested tomorrow night, your 8th match at 160.9 pounds. Liko Rines. Official weight, 159.2 pounds. Next up to the scale, Pujan Golizada. Official weight for Pujan Golizada, 156.6 pounds. Match number 8 is official. Tomorrow night, Liko Rines versus Pujan Golizada. Match number 9 tomorrow night, Jake Snow versus Mason Lombardo. This bout tomorrow night being contested at 190.9 pounds. First up to the scales, Mason Lombardo. Official weight for Mason Lombardo underway here. We had 188.2 pounds for Mason Lombardo. And his opponent, Jake Snow. For our athletes who haven't weighed in yet, scale just needs a second to reset, and then we'll get the second opponent up. Official weight for Jake Snow, 189 pounds even. Match number 9 tomorrow night between Jake Snow versus Mason Lombardo is official. Match number 9. Match number 10, an exciting one. We have an open weight bout tomorrow night between Derek Betancourt and Patrick Fields. First up to the scales, Derek Betancourt. Again, no weight limit, no weight open weight, I should say, 247.2 pounds for Derek Betancourt. And his opponent, Patrick Fields. Official weight for Patrick Fields, 211.6 pounds. Tomorrow night, your 10th match of the evening, no weight limit, open weight, Derek Betancourt versus Patrick Fields. These fighters are on weight. We have not had any weight misses. We have 10 official bouts tomorrow night, which is what we like to see, guys. Your 11th match tomorrow night, Josephet Estrella versus Daniel Herrera. Josephet Estrella was not able to make it to our weigh-ins this evening. He made weight earlier today, 146.8 pounds. His opponent coming to the scales, Daniel Herrera. This match being contested at 170.9 pounds tomorrow night. This is match number 11. Official weight for Daniel Herrera, 166.6 pounds for Daniel Herrera. Right over here. Tomorrow night, Josephet Estrella versus Daniel Herrera at 170.9 pounds. That's your match number 11 tomorrow night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into our main card matches tomorrow night. Your 12th match of the evening, Connor Berry versus John Strollo. Connor Berry versus John Strollo being contested at 185.9 pounds tomorrow night. First up to the scales, Connor Berry. Competing in his home state of Massachusetts tomorrow night, Connor Berry weighs in at 184.8 pounds. Please welcome his opponent to the scales, John Strollo. This matchup tomorrow night between Connor Berry and John Strollo being contested at 185.9 pounds. Official weight for John Strollo, 182.8 pounds. Your first main card bout of tomorrow night is official. Face off. Tomorrow night, your first fight on the main card, Connor Berry versus John Strollo. We have two guys from opposite parts of the country. We have Connor Berry fighting out of Massachusetts. John Strollo coming all the way from California. So Connor, first for you, man, what's it mean for you to compete in your home state? A pretty big tournament, big opportunity here in Massachusetts. I mean, you know, I know you have a lot of support here. We can see it already. What's it mean to be here competing in front of your own?
Well, technically, I'm a New Hampshire guy now, actually.
You're still competing in New England. How cool is that?
It's pretty damn cool.
And for John, you came from California across the country. Literally, we got opposite sides of the country here. So tell me a little bit about it. What made this organization, this tournament, such an exciting one to give you the reason to drive across the country? Travel.
Yeah, man. I love Combat Sports Report. I competed with them last year. It's an awesome promotion. And, you know, I'm here with Heath Gregorian, a teammate of mine at a 10th Planet San Diego. So, you know, we're supporting each other. And I got mad respect for the Boston crowd, mad respect for Connor. So I'm excited to have a great night.
Tomorrow night, Connor Berry versus John Strollo. Tomorrow night, your first fight on the main card. Your match number 13 tomorrow night at 155.9 pounds, Jeff Joy versus Jonathan Cochran. Jeff Joy not here. We have Jonathan Cochran on the scales right now. This match being contested at 155.9 pounds. £151.8 for Jonathan Cochran. Jonathan Cochran, your opponent, not here, unfortunately, tomorrow night. Of course, he will be here. But for you, you had to hit a lot of impressive moves in that Houston Invitational, hunting for the sub in just about every single match, every single minute. Can we expect you to do the same tomorrow night here at the Combat Sports Report Invitational?
Absolutely. I'm just here to try to do some jiu-jitsu and just have some fun.
Jonathan Cochran versus Jeff Joy tomorrow night, your second fight on the main card. Match number 14 tomorrow night. Ryan L. Garrico versus Jake Pilla. First up to the scales, Jake Pilla. This matchup between Ryan L. Garco versus Jake Pilla being contested at 150.9 pounds tomorrow night. 150 pounds even for Jake Pilla. Please welcome to the scales his opponent, Ryan L. Garco. Official weight for Ryan L. Garco, 147.6 pounds. Another main card bout official tomorrow night, Jake Pilla versus Ryan L. Garco. These two gentlemen here, I'm going to start with Jake Pilla. Jake, last weekend you had a huge victory over Chris Mutino at Combat FC in a grappling fight, of course. I feel like the momentum is there for you this weekend. How does it feel to be here competing, another consistent bout?
Feels good, man. I'm really excited to get in there and have some fun. I know I got a game opponent in front of me, and I'm just looking for some fireworks. I hope he is too.
Absolutely. And for you, Ryan, you came all the way out here from Arizona, training at Red Hawk Academy, very prestigious gym out there. What's it mean to be on this card, competing on another part of the country against the tough opponent in Jake Pilla tomorrow night?
Man, it's awesome. I've been loving Boston so far in Mansfield. Thank you to CSR for having us out here. Looking to represent Red Hawk. Well, thanks for Jake taking the match. Looking forward to it.
Respect, gentlemen. Tomorrow night, Jake Pillow versus Ryan Elgarico. And from there, we go into our tournament matches, our 16-man bracket tomorrow night. Your 15th match of the evening. Tomorrow night will be the first one. Garrett Kilpatrick versus Alex Bannon. All of these tournament matches being contested at 169.9 pounds. All of them. First up to the scales, Alex Bannon. Your first fight tomorrow night in the 16-man, $5,000 cash bracket. This is Alex Bannon, 168.4 pounds. His opponent, Garrett Kilpatrick. £168.4 for Garrett Kilpatrick. Our first fight of your 16-man bracket is official. Garrett Kilpatrick versus Alex Bannon. We got a very exciting matchup between two ranked CSR competitors here. Of course, Garrett, you are the number 5 ranked CSR cruiserweight, and you're coming in all the way from Red Hawk, just the same. So what does it mean for you to have an opportunity to elevate your ranking and compete against another gentleman in the rankings as well?
I'm honestly not too worried about the rankings. The cash would be sweet though. That's what I'm trying to get, and just some matches with some other good opponents.
What would that $5,000 be used for?
Man, I'm not sure. We'll decide once we get it.
Absolutely. And for you, Alex, you are ranked number 4 in the cruiserweight division, but you're right, there is $5,000 on the line. What matters most here? Are we looking for, of course, the $5,000 would be nice, but how cool would it be to elevate your ranking and come to the top of that division?
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Obviously, I want to be ranked number 1. I want the $5,000, but stoked to compete against game competition, and yeah, same.
Tomorrow night, Garrett Kilpatrick versus Alex Bannon, your first fight of the night inside of our 16-man bracket. Match number 16 tomorrow night, Michael Lugo versus Bruno Diaz. Once again, all of our 16-man bracket bouts tomorrow night being contested at 169.9 pounds, the standard weight for this bracket. First up to the scale, Michael Lugo. Official weight for Michael Lugo, 167.6 pounds. His opponent, Massachusetts' own Bruno Diaz. Official weight for Bruno Diaz, 167.6 pounds. Tomorrow night, Michael Lugo versus Bruno Diaz. Michael, we'll start with you. You're one of the two athletes who came from Florida, representing the great state of Florida tomorrow night here in Massachusetts. What does it mean to be here and competing for this $5,000 cash prize at the end of the bracket tomorrow night?
The opportunity for me. I don't get to come out up north to compete much often, so I'm looking forward to coming out, putting on a show, and wear it.
And Bruno, for you, I saw a video where you mentioned that you had just had a child about 2 months ago. This $5,000 is very important to you and your family. How motivating is it now to be competing for this $5,000 with your new child here, 2 months old, it seems like?
Man, I have 3 kids, and definitely getting that money is gonna help me. But my main goal here is just to show people a gi guy can come and put on a show doing no gi. Because to me, jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu, gi or no gi. I don't separate. I just want to show people you definitely can put the gi on and be competing no gi as well.
I like that. Tomorrow night we have Bruno Diaz versus Michael Lugo. Your 17th match tomorrow night, Brandon Avila versus Anthony Lloyd Cano. First up to the scales, Brandon Avila. Match number 17, all bouts in this cash bracket being contested at 169.9 pounds tomorrow night. Official weight for Brandon Avila, 168.8 pounds. Next up to the scales, his opponent, Anthony Lloyd Cano. Official weight for Anthony Lloyd Cano, 167.8 pounds. Tomorrow night, one match in the beginning round of your 16-man bracket, Brandon Avila versus Anthony Lloyd Cano. Brandon, I'll start with you. 1 month ago, you made your amateur MMA debut. Here you are. Tomorrow night, you'll be competing in this cash bracket. I'm just curious, where is the competitive edge at? Are you, is grappling going to be something that you focus on, or is this just something that's going to keep your MMA grind going and keep you kind of active?
I'm just trying to stay active any way I can. I'm trying to get my name in a bunch of different competitions. Use it, ride the momentum, stay in shape. That's the goal.
Tomorrow night, Brandon Avila here at the Combat Sports Invitational $5,000 bracket. We'll go over to his opponent, Anthony Lloyd Cano. Anthony, you're one of the few gentlemen on this card representing New Hampshire. Big opportunity here tomorrow night to take home $5,000 and take out some big names, some great competitors while you're at it. What does it mean to be here at the Combat Sports Invitational?
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the opportunity. Like you said, some big names. It'll be good. Winning this will do good.
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, Brandon Avila versus Anthony Lloyd Cano. Match number 18 tomorrow night, Caleb Crump versus Steven Ramos. First up to the scales, Caleb Crump. Official weight for Caleb Crump, 100 Ramos. 69 pounds, 169.4 pounds for Steven Ramos. Arizona versus Colorado tomorrow night. Caleb Crump versus Steven Ramos. Get started with you, Caleb. Caleb, you are ranked in 3 Combat Sports Report divisions. Tomorrow night, you have an opportunity to elevate that status in each one of those divisions even more. And while you're at it, take home $5,000. Go back to Colorado, $5,000 richer. How does this opportunity feel? How excited are you to be here?
Sounds great. I'm grateful to be here. I've been working my ass off. Shout out to Combat Sports Report putting on this type of event. Shout out to my opponent, Steven. We won the first 2 together in different ways, so it's cool to run it up with this.
Absolutely. Stephen Ramos, one thing I find very interesting about you is the fact that you work as a doctor in physical therapy, also competing. So I guess, what's that mindset like, being a guy who knows so much about the actual, safety of the sport, how to be safe, and really just the doctor part of this, but also competing? What's that like for you?
Yeah, definitely. It helps you understand kind of the braking mechanics a little more, makes you a little more precise. I am going to be off the clock, so if anyone gets hurt, I'm not fixing you. We just say that. Yeah.
Very good. Tomorrow night, we have Caleb Crump versus Stephen Ramos, a very exciting bout tomorrow night in the opening round of your 16-man bracket. Once again, every match in this bracket being contested at 169.9 pounds. Tomorrow night, your number 19 bout, Vince Barber versus Donovan Green. First up to the scales, Vince Barber. Official weight for Vince Barber, 167.4 pounds. Please welcome to the scales his opponent, Donovan Green. Official weight for Donovan Green, 165.4 pounds. Tomorrow night, Vince Barber versus Donovan Green. Quick question for both of you gentlemen. Donovan Green, you made your amateur MMA debut, or no, I'm sorry, that's the question. Donovan, tomorrow night, if both you and Rory Connors get that victory in the first round, you guys will face each other. I know there's a little bit of a history there. Some people care about it more than maybe you, but what does this look like for you? Are you excited for that matchup, or does it not really play too much for you?
I'm just here to get the money and get out of here, man. I don't really care much about the matchup. I'm just here to win by any means necessary. That's what I'm here for.
And one more question for you. What do you think fans can expect tomorrow night in this matchup between you and Vince Barber, opening round?
I'm probably going to take him down. He's probably going to bust school.
Vince Barber, for you, you're a very accomplished athlete coming from a smaller town in Michigan. Not so many guys are able to break out of their towns at such a young age and come compete on such high levels. If there was a guy, who had a similar story coming from a small town, what kind of advice might you give to them and tell them to break out of maybe that smaller area?
Until I was like 13. So just keep believing in yourself, keep training hard, trust the process, and you'll get there.
Tomorrow night, a very exciting bout between Vince Barber and Donovan. Match number 21 tomorrow night, Gavin O'Connell versus Jaden Groner in this 16-man bracket. First up to the scales, Gavin O'Connell. I'm sorry, let me check myself there. I apologize, gentlemen. Bout number 20 tomorrow night, Matt Ferriolo versus Rory Connors. First up to the scale tomorrow night, competing at in this cash bracket at 169.9 pounds, Rory Connors. Official weight for Rory Connors, 165.6 pounds. Coming up for his second bout tomorrow night, Matt Ferriolo. Official weight for Matt Ferriolo, 169 pounds. Tomorrow night, Matt Ferriolo versus Rory Connors. Rory, we'll start with you. Tomorrow night, you come off a big win at the ADCC in New Jersey and also a big win back in my home state of Connecticut very recently too. What does it mean to be here competing in this cash bracket, and how rewarding and motivating is that $5,000 cash prize at the end of it?
Yeah, it's going to be great to try to get $5,000. I'm only 20 minutes from home, so that's a good turnout.
Absolutely. And for you, Matt, second time I've seen you on this scale tonight, on this stage. You got 2 bouts tomorrow night at least, and it could be more, with the bracket. Is it something that you like to do to compete early in the night and then get into the bracket, or is this just the way it worked out? You want to get a feel inside of the pit, or no?
I just love competing and going against the best of the best, just like Rory's dog. I've known him I've heard of him for years. We got Keith, all the legends. I'm out here just trying to come out here and compete with the best of the best.
Respect to both of you guys. Tomorrow night we have Rory Connors versus Matt Ferriolo. Now we'll throw it back over to bout number 21, Gavin O'Connell versus Jaden Groner. First up to the scales, Gavin O'Connell. This is your final bout in that opening round of the 16-man bracket. After this bout, we will throw it over to our main event. 169.8 pounds. Official weight for Gavin O'Connell. Next up to the scale, his opponent in this opening round, Jaden Groner. Official weight for Jaden Groner, 168.8 pounds. Tomorrow night, Gavin O'Connell versus Jaden Groner. Gavin, we'll start with you. You have had 3 MMA fights this year with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss. Getting back into the jiu-jitsu kind of scheme here in your home state of Massachusetts. How exciting is this opportunity for you competing in such a, advanced tournament, big names, $5,000 potentially at the end of this for you?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm stepping in for an injury. I wasn't supposed to just have my super fight, but I'm gonna do this match too, see how far I can make it.
Absolutely. And for you, Jaden, you're the Combat Sports Report welterweight champion, 4-0 with this organization. Tomorrow night, you have an opportunity to go out there, win $5,000. I don't think you can get much higher than the champion, but tomorrow night you have a big opportunity to represent your skill set and take home $5,000. What does this opportunity mean to you?
I mean, I'm excited for sure. I mean, I still got to go through a lot of tough guys, so I can't, we'll just see, we'll see. But I'm hoping to take home that $5,000 for sure.
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, your final bout inside of this 16-man bracket, it is Gavin O'Connell versus Jaden Groner. Now, a very exciting main event. Not a bracket fight, however, very exciting. This is why this is the main event of the evening. We have a lot of exciting fights, but this one makes a great main event to cap off this this night of grappling jiu-jitsu fights. And here we go. First to step up on the scale, here is Keith Perkowin. First up to the scale is California's Keith Krikorian. Official weight for Keith Krikorian, 159.2 pounds. His opponent coming to the scales now, Alex West. Official weight for Alex West, 155.8 pounds. Your main event is official tomorrow night. The 16-man bracket will be capped off by a main event. These two guys competing at 160.9 pounds as well. You have Keith Krikorian versus Alex West. I got to start with you, Alex West. Alex, you're a great resource for other practitioners who might be trying to learn and hone in on their skills. I see all of your instructional videos on Instagram and stuff like that. How important is it for you to connect with the fans, other practitioners, and be someone that people can look up to and learn from?
Super important, I guess. Yeah, you want to be someone that people look up to. This guy, sure. I used to watch him. Well, I still do, honestly, but watched him. He's a good competitor. And, I just want to follow those footsteps.
And for you, Keith, come on over here. Keith, you almost had me fooled that you were taking on Derek Moneyberg this weekend, all the antics on social media. Tell me a little bit about that. What's going on with the little Moneyberg kind of duel here? What's going on here, bro?
Oh, man, I'm sure he's watching. No, that's the match I wanted. But, no, he'll probably tune in. He'll probably be hoping I lose. He seems like the type to do that.
Couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
And one more question for you, Keith. You have your teammate here. Both you guys drove across the country to come compete this weekend. What was that journey like? How important is it for you to put all of that driving, past you, get that big victory versus Alex West tomorrow night?
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, faced a few blizzards and snowstorms, and but we're here and we made it happen. And yeah, all in the name of jiu-jitsu.
100% tomorrow night. Alex West versus Keith Krikorian, your main event, capping off this monumental night of jiu-jitsu here in Mansfield, Massachusetts. With that being said, all of our fighters have made weight. Our weigh-ins are official tomorrow night. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go out there. These fighters have to compete. We're going to crown a winner, $5,000 cash prize at the end of this bracket. That's not the only cool thing to pay attention to. This prelim show, the main card itself, going to be super cool. We appreciate everybody tuning in tomorrow night. Check out the pay-per-view. We have an amazing night of fights. Those who are in attendance, can't wait to see you there.